live show from the European football games. We got a ton of them today. We got the EPL, we got a few games there. We have La Liga, we have Bundesliga, we have Serie A. Some excellent matchups there, Ashley. Any thoughts on that? How's your day been so far?
I just have two that started. So yeah, I put together a parlay for you guys. I had some of that on it, but I realized we weren't going to be on in time. So I'll throw that out in a little bit. But yeah, so I'm on this. I'm on an England Premier League match right now, Leicester versus Newcastle, and I'm on this Atalanta match. So those have just gotten going, so they don't have me stressed out just yet, thankfully. So I'm sure by the show I'll be stressing a little bit.
It's always nice to start the day on a positive way, and we had a few games that are already over in both League One, and I think that's the game where we expected goals between Lille and Lyon, but that didn't happen. It ended in a 0-0 draw, and I gotta say, there's not a worse thing in the world when the game ends in a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't bet that one personally, but yeah, when you're on the over and it ends in no goals, it kind of, especially if you give that as a pick, it makes it look like you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. So it's kind of like another sport, right? It's like you take in college basketball the under of 132 and it ends up with like 160 points or something. Yeah, it happens. I mean, I'm surprised to see just a goalless draw in that. But like we did say, though, I mean, it is kind of an odd league, especially with Lille. I mean, they won France League One last year, beat out PSG, and this year, like today, can't even score a goal. So it happens.
Yeah, definitely. No, actually, we also see Villarreal already playing their game. It's 2-0, 53rd minute. It looks like they're continuing their great game from the Champions League earlier this week.
Yeah, yep. So pulled off the what I thought could happen is beating Atalanta in the Champions League. Everyone just kind of thought Atalanta was a slam dunk in that one. But yeah, Villarreal, they've stepped it up lately. So I kind of like both teams to score in that one. So I wouldn't be surprised if the other team nets here before the end. I didn't bet it personally, but with Villarreal's defense, I wouldn't be surprised to see another goal from them offensively also, though. Their offense has definitely turned it up lately.
Yeah, that win against Atalanta might be the turning point for this team. And I'm looking at the lineup for Rayo Vallecano. They don't have Falcao in the lineup, and that's kind of a huge blow for this team because he's their best goal scorer. So honestly, I'm not sure if I would count on them to score a goal, but I think that Villarreal definitely might put up another one.
Yeah, and Rayo Vallecano too. They're a team I like to bet, but I like to take them when they're at home. They're a completely different animal because at home they're averaging like nearly 3 goals scored and conceding less than 1. But yeah, on the road I don't mess with them at all. So
I know you like your live betting, Ashley. Do you got anything interesting to bet right now? We have a Serie A game going on, and we have French league going on, and we have 2 EPL games going on as well.
Yeah, so they're all kind of so early in it. I am interested in France League One in this Angers versus Clermont. I liked Angers. I started to bet them last night. So with it goalless right now, you can even get a better price. So I would put a little bit on them. See maybe what you're getting for a draw, double chance, or just an outright win. Because I was, like I said, I was thinking about it last night, but now with no goals scored, I think you could probably snag them at a pretty good price.
Yeah, it's still early in those games, only 15 minutes, so we'll get back to it a bit later. But the earliest game we have actually is Greuther Fürth and Union Berlin in German Bundesliga. What are your thoughts about that one?
Yeah, so I was just looking at that one a little while ago, actually, and I was kind of debating. I started to put it in as a premium. So with Union Berlin, now we all know in the Bundesliga they're just a different beast at home, right? Like just defensively, they're tough to score on. But so on the road, I typically stay away from them. But here they're playing Greuther Fürth, who's just horrible. If I'm not mistaken, I think they've already conceded something like ridiculous, like 46 goals. So I'm definitely going to take a shot at Union Berlin's team total over 1.5. I don't see them not putting up 2 on this horrible defense of this newly promoted side that is just not. They're just not Bundesliga material. So you getting that at minus 105 to me is a steal. Now, like I said, they do play better at home, but with this matchup, I definitely would take a shot that they can put up 2 against this just horrid defense.
Yeah, Fürth is definitely the worst defensive team in the league. 46 conceded goals in 14 games.
Right.
That's just terrible. I mean, it's not even competition between the worst defensive team. The second worst defensive team has conceded only 29 goals. And compared to the 46 of Fürth, it's, I don't know what to say about that. And not only that, they have only 1 point so far this season. They have 30 losses and 1 draw. They have scored only 12 goals. Now, they have been scoring, I'm not going to say solid amount of goals at home, but they have been scoring, and in the previous matchups against Union Berlin, they have been scoring pretty consistently at home. So maybe something on the both teams to score. It's minus 134, but honestly, I like your pick much better. Team totals on Union Berlin, they're not a great defensive team, but I think they should score at least 2 goals in this game against the worst defensive team in the league, actually.
Yeah, and like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if Greuther scored, because Union Berlin's defense is just totally different when they're at home and they're on the road here. But like I said, just with that horrible defense, I would definitely take Union Berlin to all they have to do is score more than 1 goal against this team that you and I and Mitch could probably put up 1 on them. So
yeah, and that's even if we run backwards, probably would we score 1 goal.
Yeah, blindfolded and everything. With our legs amputated, we could still score on this team. So yeah, definitely on that. And I'm curious as to why it's a minus 105, but doesn't scare me off. I just think I'm kind of getting a steal there. So.
Yeah, but I'm also not sure, because I'm looking at the lineups and I see that Union Berlin has pretty much all of their best players available. They're all in the lineup, so maybe because they were playing in the Conference League earlier this week, so that might have something to do with it. But I'm not risking this one.
Yeah, I think it's a good bet. Wanted to talk too about some of the, since these are just getting going on our live show yesterday. I know we nailed a lot of those goal scorer props.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully you guys were on some of those. I know at least, what was it, 3 or 4? I know that we hit. So hopefully you guys took some of those goal scorer prop opinions that we gave you and bet on those.
Yeah, we gave out quite a few of those yesterday. So let's talk about that second Bundesliga game actually for a bit. Eintracht Frankfurt and Bayer Leverkusen, which promises to be quite an exciting matchup today.
I'm hoping so, because I'm on this one personally. So yeah, both of these capable offices, and Leverkusen with having one of their main players back and healthy. I'm looking for goals here. If you wanted to take the safer route, I believe it's set at 2.75. You just take the over. I'm actually going to take a shot at both teams to score and over 2.5. We're not looking at fantastic defenses on either side here. And so that's the way that I bet it personally, is that both teams score and one of them scores more than 1, and that's all you need to hit that one.
Yeah, I think whenever you take goals in this game, it's going to be a winner. Whether you take both teams to score an over 2.5, just the over 2.5. I think you might even stretch it to over 3.5 at plus 175, because I think we will see goals. Honestly, I would also take a look at Leverkusen team total. Not minus 1.5. Just take over 1.5 on Leverkusen. They are far better offensive team than Eintracht is. And even though Eintracht is improving, their defense is still quite shaky. They're conceding goals on a regular basis. But Leverkusen has scored 35 goals so far this season. And they are just behind Borussia Dortmund and Bayern as the efficiency goes. So they were resting pretty much most of their starters in that Europa League game earlier this week. So I think they're going to have a great game, and they need to win if they want to stay close to Borussia Dortmund and Bayern in the Bundesliga standings. So I think that Leverkusen is going to score at least 2 goals in this one. And like I said, whatever you take for goals, I think it's going to be a winner.
Yeah, and like you were saying with them chasing Dortmund and everything, that probably put a little bit of extra fire under them with Dortmund drawing with Bochum yesterday to kill my both teams and over, which should have been an absolute slam dunk. I know they did have a goal taken back, which was pretty much bullshit. The guy basically is like toe was offsides, but yeah. So I'm hoping that you're right because I'm on this one already personally. So hope there's just goals flying around from both sides on this one.
Now I see actually the lineups have come out for Osasuna Barcelona game at 10:15 a.m. Interesting in that one? Anything interesting for you in that one?
No, so already. I picked my spots in the Liga. I'm just I was on Valencia yesterday. Thankfully they pulled it out, and that made me sweat it out. And then I kind of remembered why I stay away from that league a lot. So yeah, I mean, if I were gonna bet anything on this one, I would take probably just a straightforward both teams to score. I think Osasuna at home can nick one. Barcelona's defense haven't been great. Barcelona's playing a lot better, so if I had to pick a side, but I'm not betting it. If I had to, I would just say with Barcelona, I think they definitely score, and with Osasuna's with Barcelona's leaky defense, I think Osasuna can net one on them. Not touching it though.
Yeah, the lineup is quite a bit shuffled for Barcelona. There's no Depay in the lineup. There's no Lenglet at back. There's no Jordi Alba. Serginho Dest is out. We have 3-4-2-1 formation for Barcelona. It looks like Xavi wants to do some experimentation here. He wants to see how the things are going to click between these players. Dembele is in the starting lineup, and whenever he comes on, he's always wreaking havoc on the defensive from the other team, but I see Luuk de Jong as the spearhead of this team right now, so hopefully he's going to have a good game. But once again, we have like 3 or 4 young players, those 17 and 18-year-olds, so they always play well because they don't care about their opponents. There's no respect in them right now, so I think it's going to be a good game for Barcelona. But like you said, I think that Osasuna could get one past them. They're playing well this season, even though their form is not that great right now. But I think both teams to score could hit. But we're getting Barcelona at -106, and frankly, they are the better team. So I'm going to take Barcelona on the money line in this one.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad bet. Just Barcelona, beating a dead horse. That's just the team I either fade or just stay away from. So, yeah.
Actually, we have Verona and Atalanta going on in Serie A. It's 20th minute, still 0-0. I think both of us expected goals by this point, but Verona is dominating, I gotta say. Yeah,
I see that they've got more shots on goal, but sometimes these start out like that. That's why I told you I may start stressing a little bit as the show goes on. So if this gets to the 30th minute with no goal, I might start stressing a little bit more. So I'm on goals in this one too. I'm on anytime Atalanta is involved this year. I'm on both teams to score and over. Fantastic offense, horrible defense. Verona's offense is really good. So I'm thinking and hoping they pick it up here and we start seeing some goals.
Yeah, I don't have this game as my preview, but I do have it on my ticket as over 2.5. So hopefully,
I have it as a premium.
Hopefully, it's happening fast.
So I need it, and several other people are needing it. So yeah, they start slow sometimes, though. I'm definitely not stressing out yet about it.
Yeah, no, I know that you're not a fan of the French League One, but there's a Strasbourg and Marseille game happening at 11 a.m. Ashley, did you even take a look at that one, or you hate that game?
No, I don't hate it. I just don't really. I don't handicap a lot. The French league is just so hard for me to figure out. Really, my mainstay in that league this season has been just plus money bets on PSG to win, but both teams to score. And I'll probably take a small shot at that one again today. But no, nothing. Like I said earlier, I kind of like Angers to steal a win against Clermont there, the newly promoted side. But yeah, other than that, I'm just probably take a small shot at PSG.
Yeah, that Strasbourg and Marseille game really kind of, I don't know, I'm being drawn towards the draw. It's plus 230. I just don't see either team having the advantage right now because they're both in quite solid forms. Marseille was playing in the Europa League earlier this week as well, and Strasbourg has been quite solid at home so far this season. I think that Marseille is the better team, but I don't think they are much better than the Strasbourg right now. So if I'm going to be taking anything on this game, guys, it's going to be the draw, or at least first half draw. First half draw right now is at plus 120, which is also a great price. So if you're not willing to take the draw for the entire match, take the first half draw. I think that's going to be a winner. And Hellas Verona just
got a goal for Verona, so there. Told you, don't panic yet. And you know Atalanta is going to score. So
now you mentioned that PSG and Monaco game. You said you're taking PSG to win and over 2.5, or both teams to score.
Sorry, excuse me. So it's just one that I bet every week they play, and it's hit. I think it's only missed maybe once. Is taking PSG to win, but both teams to score. Typically, what they do this season is their defense. You guys have heard me say it like tons of times. Their defense is just not any resemblance of last season. And they typically fall behind. So not only are they conceding, usually they're conceding before they score, and then they'll equalize, and then late, you'll get an Mbappe goal or something like that for them to win. So I'm not putting a full unit on it. I have on a couple of them, but I'll put half a unit on PSG to win and both teams to score. And I don't remember what I locked that in. I know you get it at decent plus money. And they just seem to be able to pull it out in the end and give up one early. So I think it's worth taking a shot at.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I was thinking kind of maybe giving a Monaco a shot here, but I think that it's hard to imagine PSG playing so poorly 2 games in a row in League One as they did last weekend. And it's hard to imagine for them to struggle as much as they did when it comes to scoring goals. But Monaco is in great form. I do think they will get to the scoreboard in this one. So if we take both teams to score and PSG to win right now, the price is at plus 162. And that's the price I would definitely be taking.
Yeah, so, and that's around what I got it. But, like you said, Monaco, they're stepping it up finally. They're starting to find their form. So, with PSG, usually it's just an automatic. You expect them to win. It wouldn't. I mean, I guess it would surprise me a little bit if Monaco won here. But I think both teams, if you want to take a safer route and not have to pick an outright winner, because PSG, they are kind of up and down, taking both teams to score and over 2.5, which the same thing has to hit if you're taking the other bet. It just doesn't matter which team scores too. So that's just a little bit safer route. I mean, you're not getting the plus money, but you're getting a safer bet. So just depends on what kind of bettor you are and, if you like to shoot for value or not.
Yeah, the price of that is minus 110 right now, which is also a great price. So.
Yeah, that's a really good price.
Okay, guys, so we have given out so many picks so far, so make sure you hit that like button, and we still have a few more games to go, so stay tuned for that. Now, Ashley, I know that you mentioned you have a parlay to give out.
Yeah, I do. And if you guys will give me one sec here. So I'm trying to pull up the chat. I'm having to work this out right where I'm trying to be able to interact with you guys live, but it's not. Anyway, I'll give you my parlay first. So there's a team in Belgium that is one of my go-to teams. And they're playing a really good team today. So they're called Union Saint-Gilloise, and they're playing a team, Mechelen. I like Gilloise. They're just a newly promoted side, but they're just a phenomenal team at scoring goals. And the reason I really like them today is, if I'm not mistaken, it's 5 of 6 of Mechelen starters that are out. I know they have a couple with COVID issues and some injuries. So that's going to be my first pick. So this is going to be a 4-legger here. So we're going to take in Belgium, Union Saint-Gilloise team total over 1.5. And in Germany, Bundesliga, in the match we were talking about earlier where we expect goals, we're going to take the Bayer Leverkusen match over 2 goals. I think you could even push it to 2.5, just being conservative here to try to, give a better shot at winning. And in Italy, the last 2 are in Italy, actually. So we're going to take Sassuolo for there to be over 2 goals in that match, and Inter Milan for there to be over 1 goal in the first half. And you get that at plus 260.
Oh, that's a nice parlay for 4 games, and I gotta say, I like it a lot, and as we know, Inter has been dominant as of late in Serie A, and Cagliari is just, let's call it, pure garbage this season. So
Right.
I think we're gonna see a nice win from Inter, and I think they're gonna start pretty early as the scoring goes in that game. So I like it actually.
Yeah. I think for Inter, usually the total set like around 2.75 or 3. I think this one is set around 3.5, and it's like that for a reason. So typically, if you're seeing the book set a total at 3.5, they're definitely at least expecting 1 goal in the first half. So I think the worst that one would do is push, but I can see Inter snagging 2 in the first half.
Yeah, definitely. Now let's move on back to our games. Actually, we have an EPL matchup: Crystal Palace and Everton at 11:30 a.m.
Yeah, so I have nothing on that one. Personally, Everton in their last match finally stepped up and scored. I'm just kind of throw this one to you. I'm on the Leicester match that's going on right now, but that's the only EPL match. I really pick my spots there too. With Crystal Palace, Everton, I don't even have a lean. I don't have a lean towards the side or the total in that one.
Yeah, you know what? Crystal Palace is -1, actually +110 favorite for some reason here, and Everton has plus 280. I honestly don't understand why, because let's be honest, Crystal Palace has been in terrible form, and so was Everton. But in my opinion, I think Everton is slightly a better team when it comes to the quality. I'm guessing because Crystal Palace is the home team, that's why they are the favorites here. But
yeah, that is a surprising line. That's way overpriced.
yeah, and after Everton beaten Arsenal last weekend, I think the tide might start turning for them. So I'm honestly not sure Crystal Palace can snag the win in this one. I would maybe give it a shot at the double chance on the Everton. I know they have a few injuries, but we are getting the double chance at -150, which is not great. But if you're putting it in a parlay, I think this -150 is an excellent pick.
Yeah, I think taking a shot at Everton, I think the price is all wrong. I mean, neither one of these sides is a fantastic side. But yeah, that price is all of the value. If you're a value better like I am, all of the value is on Everton. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Okay, now we got 2 big matchups coming up in La Liga as well today. Real Betis and Real Sociedad at 12:30 p.m. actually.
Yeah, so what I like in that one, I'll just be pretty straightforward. I just kind of like both teams to score in that one. Real Betis, I would bet it personally. It's just Real Betis, they score, and then the couple of times that I'm on both teams to score, they don't. So just a personal vendetta that I have against betting them on both teams to score. But I do think they both score here. Sociedad typically has, a super strong defense, and they do have a decent defense. But I think both teams could net here. And if I had to put my money on it, that's the way I would play it.
Yeah, I gotta agree on that one. You know what? Betis is the favorite here, and I get why they're playing really well. They're in great form. Well, Sociedad is kind of not sinking, but they're not improving as well. They're kind of stagnant right now. So we are getting over 2.5 at +100, and the games between the two slightly above average teams are kind of always interesting. And with both teams playing well this season, I'm gonna give it a shot at both at over 2.5 for +100. You know that I like take goals because the over can hit pretty easily, but the under is that pretty fast if you have it.
Right.
So over 2.5 at plus money, I'm gonna take that any day.
Yep. And typically like when I like both teams to score, right? So I don't see it ending in a 1-1 draw. So getting that at plus money, yeah, I think that's definitely worth a shot. And I'm with you. I will play unders sometimes, but very rarely. Those can go down in flames like super fast, right? And you can see a flurry of goals at any point. So yeah, I'm one who tends to shy away from unders.
Yeah, all you need is a stupid penalty or I don't know, red card or something like that, and everything goes to hell when you have the under. But
right.
So, guys, we have a few more games to go, but if you have a game that you would like us to talk about, feel free to comment and hit that like button. But for now, let's move on to the Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, Ashley, a big Madrid matchup.
Yeah, I would. I'm not betting this one either. I would tend to go for goals in this one. And an interesting when you have like some of these derbies that go on, like with these teams like playing in the same city, like when Roma and Lazio play, a lot of times you have some cards flying around, right? Just teams that don't like each other, big like bitter rivals. So this one I would approach from a cards standpoint, maybe for there to be for each team to get over 1.5 yellow cards. So typically these super rivals like this have a lot of feistiness and fighting and tackling going on. So that's the way that I would approach that one.
Well, I see that the bookies are expecting the cards because the total is set at 5.5 at -110. Both teams to receive a card is -900, so both teams to receive 2+ cards is -175 right now. So there's barely any value to that.
So each one to get 2 cards at -170. That probably be like a good little parlay piece or something. Definitely would not lay that as a single bet.
Yeah, I kind of like both teams to score this one at -143 because Atletico's defense is not great, let's be honest, but they are still producing quite a good number of chances in the attacking end. What else would I like to try this one? I'm going to put something on Karim Benzema to score at any time and Luis Suarez to score at any time. That's +500 right now. And those are two of the best goal scorers for their teams, so I think that's what I'm going to be going with.
You said Benzema and
Luis Suarez.
Oh yeah. And for Atletico, a scorer prop that I like to take also is Antoine Griezmann.
Yeah, he's also been in quite solid form, so he might score as well in this one. But we'll see what's going to happen. Now we have Mitch's favorite team here. We have Sassuolo and Lazio facing off in Serie A. That's going to be a fireworks.
Yep, I hope so because. You guys know what I'm on this one. Both teams to score an over every time and anytime and every time Sassuolo play. That's what I'm on. So, yeah, expect goals on this one. You can expect them to score. You can expect them to concede. And so I typically play that match for multiple units. So.
Yeah, I also expect goals in this one. So I think both teams to score an over 2.5. Even if you take team totals over 1.5, either team I think it should hit because Lazio's defense has just been pure crap lately. And Sassuolo has been scoring quite a lot. They have been beating some great teams, and I think we're going to see a lot of goals in this one, and I think it's going to be a pretty fun matchup.
Yep, I agree. And with the total, so like I've said, but we might have some new people watching. I'm on both teams to score and over 2.5 personally, but if the total's set at 2.75, it has to hit that for my bet to hit anyway. So you can just take the safer route and just take the over, and then you're not counting on both teams to have to score in case one of them blows the other out. I mean, I don't see that happening here, obviously, but for people that like to be a little bit more cautious, you can get the over at a not a bad price too.
Now I see we have a comment here to talk about FC Porto and Braga game in Portugal, Primeira Liga. I was actually thinking about putting this game as my premium, but I decided to stay away from it. You know what? Porto had everything going on for them in the Champions League. They were in that second place. They just needed a positive result against Atletico Madrid, and they lost at home, so they got knocked out of the Champions League going into the Europa League. And not only that, they lost the top spot in the Primeira Liga as well. They are no longer in the first place, and they have been kind of shaky as of late. They're not playing as well as they can. Well, Braga is a nice run. You know what? They are undefeated in their last 4 or 5 games, if I'm not mistaken. They're scoring goals. So, honestly, I would give it a shot to double chance on Braga at +200. Or if you want to avoid betting on the winner, I would take both teams to score an over 2.5 in this one. It's +125 right now, and that's the price we rarely get on the both teams to score an over 2.5 for such 2 great teams. And honestly, I think I'm going to put that on one of my next tickets. So that's what I'll be going.
Yeah, Porto is a team I like to bet on sometimes, but definitely staying away from them in this spot. In their last match, I was on them draw no bets. And they just got absolutely obliterated. I was just in shock over that. So, Yeah, that scared me off of them. I mean, they're a fantastic team, but like you said, Braga has a good run. What is the spread on that? Are you getting like a +1 with Braga or plus half?
No, I would think so. You have money line on the Braga +650, so I'm guessing it would be +1.5.
Yeah, if I were going to bet it, I'd take the +1.5 goal head start. Braga's not playing bad, and Porto just got demolished. But then again, sometimes teams get smashed like that and come out and want to play really well. So that's just a very long-winded way of saying I have no idea. I'm not touching it. If I had to, I would take the 1.5 with Braga.
And just a quick update: we have Atalanta tying the game. It's 1-1 now in Serie A. Okay, guys, we always try to give out some nice free winners for you here. We try to win, and we quite often do. But if you want to jump on our premiums, go visit Pick Dogs. Or if you like more free picks, just go to YouTube and check out the videos that we did for all those games. Stay tuned for the live show tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. We got a busy week ahead. We have some EPL games in the midweek. We have La Liga as well, Bundesliga too. So we're going to be busy the entire week, and there's a lot more free winners coming back at.
Yeah, and I see. So Christopher here. I think that he typed that when I was. So Chris, you'll have to clarify for me. But you said you had the total set at 3 at +115. I think you're talking about the Sassuolo match. I would definitely bet that. So it has to get to 3 for my bet of the both teams scoring over 2.5. I think the worst that you do is push there, and you're getting that at plus money. So, obviously we can't guarantee anything. I mean, we try to give you guys nothing but winners, but, we're professionals, but no one gets this 100% right. But I would definitely take a swing at that for +115. Like I say, I think the worst you do there is push, and hopefully, because if it doesn't get there, I've lost my bet too. But you can let me
have it, guys.
I think you were talking about Sassuolo. Just let me know if you were talking about a different one.
Yeah, I think he was. So okay. There you have it, guys. Stay tuned for our live show tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and we'll talk again soon.
Yeah. All right.